Welcome to the regular City Council meeting of December the 20th, 2022. At this time, we'll have an invocation by Nettie Davis and the Pledge of Allegiance by Janet Gaston. Would everybody stand?
I always like to invite ministers out of the community, involve them in our council meeting. And we have plenty, very well qualified women ministers in the United Methodist Church. So tonight we have another one of my friends, Emily Sanford, who's a pastor at Wesley United Methodist Church, and I invited her to come and do the invocation tonight.
Yes, thank you. And we certainly want to pray for all of the families. We've had several tragedies and deaths, many that are grieving in this season, so we want to remember them. And I'm going to share a prayer from a church in New Zealand for that as we enter into this long night. So let us pray. Lord, it is night. The night is for stillness. Let us be still in the presence of God. It is night after a long day. What has been done has been done. What has not been done has not been done. Let it be. The night is dark. Let our fears of the darkness in the world and of our own lives rest in you. The night is quiet. Let the quietness of your peace enfold us, all dear to us, and all who have no peace. The night heralds the dawn. Let us look expectantly to a new day, new joys, new possibilities. And Lord, we pray all of these things in your holy and precious name. Amen.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Palmer to confirm or amend the agenda and the agenda order.
Mr. President, at this time I'd like to move to confirm the agenda and the agenda order.
I have a motion by Mr. Palmer. Do I have a second?
Second.
I got a second by Ms. Davis. All in favor? The agenda is confirmed. At this time, we'll move into the proclamations, recognitions, and reports agenda. Mayor, do we got any proclamations?
No, Mr. President.
We have no Boys and Girl Scouts. Do we have any employee recognitions? Public recognitions. We'll start with Chad Mims.
I don't have any.
Janet? Rosie?
Yes, I would like to thank everyone who participated in the Angel Tree and Madeline's Angels on Saturday, the dividing of the toys, and also on Tuesday. Thank you, Mayor, for helping and participating on the distributing of the toys. Thank you.
Good. Buddy?
Merry Christmas to everyone.
I also wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We have a lot of holiday season coming up, but I would like for us to be in prayer for Andre Hammerhead Thomas, who passed away this morning. He's an outstanding athlete in Tupelo and at Ole Miss. And I'd like for you to be in prayer for him. He passed away this morning.
I'd like to wish everybody in Tupelo a Merry Christmas and a happy birthday to Mr. Buddy Palmer, who will be 40 on Thursday.
Right.
The city's going to take the day off next day.
Flag flown at half-mast.
Mayor?
Just a few things. As everybody said, Merry Christmas to everyone, and we won't meet until our New Year's Eve celebration. We're downtown. If anybody wants something to do New Year's Eve, just come on down. We've got a kids part and then I guess adult entertainment to midnight. But all the events will be on the city's Facebook page and Downtown Association Facebook page. Again, Angel Tree, I had the privilege this morning of going out and distributing presents. They had about 900 families to give. And then when United Furniture shut down, there was, people came and gave monetary donations and toys, and they were able to put together another 115 families just from United. So just very honored to be part of a community that's giving like we are. Last thing, we've got some cold weather coming in. Make sure you got your plumber on speed dial. Be weather aware of your pets and those that'll be, the most vulnerable. So, Merry Christmas, everyone.
This time we're going to move to the public agenda, to the public hearings. Item 1 is in the matter of public hearing for lot mowing. Do we have anybody here to speak about lot mowing? We have none. At this time, we're going to move to item 2 in the matter of a public hearing to determine the need for a property cleaning at 2281 Edgemont Drive. And at this time, we're going to get Mr. Newman from Development Services is going to give us a rundown on that. And then I want to let everybody know after that, if you want to speak, you can come to the podium. You got 5 minutes. You got to state your name, give your address. But just so you know, at item 8, and this is item 2, at item 8, the city council is going to vote to send the city in there to clean this mess up. Okay, and then we'll clean it up, and whatever it costs to clean it up, we send them the bill. If they don't pay the bill, then we put a lien on the property for that amount. And so that's what we'll have to do. And if it happens again, we'll do it again. But there's a lengthy legal process that we have to go through to do this, and it's all laid out by state statute. So, Tanner?
Yes, Mr. President, tonight this public hearing is to determine whether property at 2281 Edgemont Drive is in such a state of uncleanliness to be a menace to the public health, safety, and welfare of the community. This is a property that code enforcement has worked with for several years now to try to address and find a solution before it got to this point. This is a matter that Councilman Mills has been very active with and been engaged with. As you'll see there, the photos in the packet, they reflect the uncleanliness of the property. I have a stack here of 12 violation letters that have been issued since 2015, 2 citations that were referred to municipal court. And tonight I ask the council to adjudicate the property, which will enable the Department of Development Services to have the property cleaned. At that time, we will invoice the property owner for the amount incurred during the cleanup process. And if that invoice is not paid, we will place a lien on the property until the invoice is paid in full. I believe the evidence is pretty clear here. All of the violation letters, the citations, and all the photos frankly speak for themselves. So as Mr. President noted in item 8, I will ask the council to adjudicate the property for cleanup. And I'll be happy to take any questions when we get to that.
Okay, good. Thank you, Tanner. Do we have anybody here that would like to speak on the cleanup at 2281 Edgemont Drive? If you want to speak, come to the podium. You have 5 minutes. When you get here, state your name and your address.
Eric Hampton, 2386 Edgemont Circle. Neighborhoods here, we just want to thank you. And if it happens again, we just would like to do it as speedy as possible. That's it. My shortest public speaking of my career. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Anybody else want to speak on the cleanup of 2281 Edgemont? All right, this time we'll move to item 3. In the matter of a public hearing for a major subdivision application and preliminary plat for Lot 5 of Scruggs Commons subdivision. Jason, or Tanner, do you want to speak, or Jason up?
Mr. President, this is the second public hearing we've had on this subdivision application. First was with the Planning Committee back earlier this month. Over a few items from now, I'll ask the council to approve this major subdivision application. This is for proposed Lot 5 off the Scruggs Common commercial subdivision out off North Gloucester, across from the Lowe's area. This is a request to subdivide 1.38 acres from the total 156-acre undeveloped parcel. We do have, Mr. Scruggs has he's prepared to sell that lot, but that lot is contingent upon the subdivision from the total 156-acre parcel. The City of Tupelo Plan Review Team has approved the infrastructure, utilities, and other development of the subdivision that is being proposed. The existing construction does meet all of our code requirements. The applicant has provided all information relative to a major subdivision due to the infrastructure of the development, despite it only being a single lot. Typically, a single lot would be considered a minor subdivision. We did consider this a major subdivision due to the infrastructure and utilities that are involved. But all the requirements have been met for a major subdivision, and again, once we get over to the routine agenda, we'll ask council to approve that application.
Good, thank you. Jason, you want to start? Okay, good,
I
all
want to
right.
ask something about that. That particular area was kind of in a flood zone, so they've done all the preparation.
We're going to talk about that when we get to the motion.
Okay.
All right, good. At this time, we have no appeals, no citizens' hearings. We're going to close the agenda, close the public agenda, and open the regular session. There's no action agenda, so we'll move to the routine agenda. Item 4, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the November the 15th, 2022 council meeting?
Move to approve.
Second.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Janet, or is that Rosie? Janet Gaston. All in favor? The motion carries. Item 5, in a matter of bill pay, to have a motion to pay the bills.
I move that we pay the bills.
I got a motion by Nettie Davis and a second by Rosie Jones. The bills are paid by Buddy Palmer, Nettie Davis, and myself, and Janet Gaston. All in favor to pay the bills? Motion carries. Item 6, I have a motion to approve the advertising and promotional items. Let me see those, buddy. I saw them very well. Thank you.
So moved.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Rosie Jones. And the items are $400 to the Lee County Courier for the Merry Christmas message from the City of Tupelo, $199 to Mississippi Radio Group for the MLK message from the City of Tupelo, and $199 to the Mississippi Radio Group for the MLK message from the Tupelo Police Department. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 7, I have a motion to approve the lot mowing list.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Chad Mims, a second by Rosie Jones. We've got 7 items on there. Tanner and his staff will go through that, and if any of them get mowed before the Public Works goes out, they'll take them off the list. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 8, I have a motion to approve the property cleaning and debris removal of 2281, we'll get the address right, Edgemont Drive.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Chad Mims and a second by Janet Gaston. Any questions of Tanner? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 9, I have a motion to place a lien and approve a lien resolution for unpaid demolition fees at 810 Allen Street.
I move that we would approve the lien resolution for unpaid demolition at 810 Allen Street.
I got a motion by Nettie Davis,
Second.
second by Janet Gaston. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carries. I have a motion to approve a major subdivision application preliminary plat for Lot 5 of Scruggs Commons subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Janet Gaston and a second by Chad Mills. Tanner?
Yes.
Or does anybody have any questions of Tanner? He's already gone through it during the public hearing. Nettie, you had a question for...
I was just concerned about that being a flood zone and whether all of the preparation for drainage has been completed.
Yes, ma'am, it has. The developers worked with Dennis Buns, our city engineer, to ensure all of those requirements have been met, and they have been met.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor? Subdivision plat's approved. I have a motion to approve the planning committee minutes of November the 7th, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a second by, who was that, Rosa? Rosa Jones. All in favor of approving the minutes? Motion carries. Item 12, in the matter of approving the appointment of Victor Israel Fleetus to the Tupelo Planning Committee.
I move that we would approve Victor to the Tupelo Planning Committee, which is a part of Ward 4.
Second.
I got a motion by Danny Davis, a second by Buddy Palmer. Any questions of Tanner on Victor's resume?
He just called and said he was planning to be here, but he's sick, and he, I think, had talked to Tanner about, the reason why he wasn't present tonight. But I hope that we will approve this recommendation.
It's a good choice. All in favor? Motion carries. Item 13, have a motion to approve a contract for professional services for STP-0430-0047-047 LPA 109149 Ward 4 Barnes Crossing Sidewalk Project.
I move that we would approve this project
Second.
contract.
Got a motion by Nettie Davis, second by Buddy Palmer. Anybody have any questions of Dennis for this project?
I just want to make the comment that being that that's located in Ward 4, and this was something that particular area needed real bad, sidewalks going over to Barnes Crossing, and I'm happy that this is going to materialize.
Anybody else? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 14, I have a motion to approve a contract for professional services for STP-040-00046 LPA 109150 Ward 7 Lawndale Elementary School sidewalks.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Rosie Jones. Any questions of Dennis on this project?
Mr. Bun, do you know when this project was, when did it start?
Yeah, well, this project will take a little time to design, so I don't want to offer a start date. As we get into the design and walk through that process, I can update as we get a little deeper into that.
Well, I would like to say thank you very much for helping find the money to put these sidewalks down for the children's much needed project, and well deserved. Thank you.
Any more questions? All in favor? Motion carries. I have a motion to approve the Major Thoroughfare Committee meeting minutes of November the 14th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Janet Gaston and a second by Chad Mims. All in favor? Motion carries. Item 16, have a motion to approve the surplusing of a weapon for retirement for Officer Mark Webb.
Move to approve this request.
Second.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Nettie Davis. This is routine. When an officer retires, state statute allows the officer to purchase his service weapon for $1. Any questions of Chief Quokka? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 17, have a motion to approve a resolution approving a contract with Flock Group Incorporated for November 1, 2022, sole source procurement of lease and services of Flock license plate readers.
Move to approve this resolution.
Second.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Rosie Jones. John.
Yes, we want to enter into a contract with Flock Safety Group. They're going to provide us 14 fixed license plate readers and 2 mobile license plate readers. This is a budgeted item. The license plate readers are going to cost us $2,500 per year. There is an initial setup fee, so this first year will be about $48,000. Next year will be about $40,000. We have $50,000 set aside in our budget to purchase these items.
Any questions of Chief Quokka? So the only thing I'd like to add is that Flock kind of got ahead of themselves, and they've already put some of these up, and TPD has not accessed the database for any information since it has not been approved by the council.
That is correct.
Okay, good. All in favor? Motion carries. Item 18, I have a motion to approve a bid for the vacuum leaf collection truck 2022-043 PW.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Chad Mims and a motion by Chad Mims and a second by Janet Gaston. Chuck.
Yes, sir. This is a request from Public Works to purchase a leaf vacuum truck. Will also be used with litter removal. Low bidder was Holmack for $255,000. We had 2 bidders and was a reverse bid.
Any questions, Chuck?
Let's buy another one after we get this one.
Huh?
We need to buy another one after we get this one.
Well, let's get this one first. So we've been waiting long enough. All in favor? Motion carries. Item 19. We have a motion to approve a sole source purchase for a turf tank field marking GPS robot.
I move that we approve this source for turf tank field marking GPS robot.
Second.
Alex?
So yes, we're just asking tonight for the council to approve this sole source. The turf tank, this robot, which will help us mark soccer fields and baseball fields and whatnot, is the only person or the only company that makes these in the United States. And it is going to be such an asset to us. And this is the robot itself is cost $46,500, and this is something that we do have in our budget.
Good. Any questions of Alex? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 20. Have a motion to approve a contract with the Northeast Mississippi Umpire Association.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Janet Gaston and a second by Rosie Jones. Alex.
So this is part of the contracts that y'all approved about a couple of months ago, and just wanted to, this one slipped through the cracks, and just wanted to bring back to you to be approved tonight. The only change to this, as Councilwoman Gaston mentioned yesterday, is that there was a slight fee change in this. The fees for these umpires went up a couple of dollars. So that was the only change made to these. So just ask for your approval on those tonight.
Any questions of Alex? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 21, have a motion to approve the receiving a donation from the Tupelo Sports Council, a computer.
I move that we would approve the donation from the Tupelo Sports Council, a computer for the city of Tupelo.
Second.
Got a motion by Nettie Davis and a second by Buddy Palmer. Alex?
So this computer was purchased by the Tupelo Sports Council. It was going to cost, it was a lot cheaper to do that this way through the Sports Council and for us to turn around and donate it to the city. So just asking your approval on that so we can get it on the fixed asset list.
Any questions of Alex? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 22, I have a motion to approve the CVB board minutes of September 6, 2022.
I move that we would approve the board minutes of December 6th.
Second.
Who was that? Janet?
Yeah.
I got a motion by Nettie Davis and a second by Janet Gaston. All in favor? Motion carries. Item 23, I have a motion to approve CVB international travel from February the 3rd through February the 10th, 2023 for Jeannie Bradford Curley.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Janet Gaston and a second by Buddy Palmer. Neil?
Yes, sir, Mr. President, as required, we have to come and get approval for international travel. Jeannie Bradford Curley has been invited to participate in a week-long sales mission in Brazil. They'll be in Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, February 3rd through the 10th. We have to approve her per diem rate at no more than $386 a day. That includes hotel and food. And total estimated cost for this trip is $4,000, and we do have that as part of her budget for travel.
Good. Any questions of Neil? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 24. I have a motion to reject RFP number MUD 22-01 for Gravelly Hardware and Ice Plant.
Move to reject this RFP.
Second.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Nettie Davis. Neil?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. We solicited proposals from developers. We received one, and that one was incomplete to where we could not score it. We're asking the council to reject these, and we'll bring back forward a path for hopefully development in those sites in 2023.
Good. Any questions of Neil? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 25. I have a motion to approve of a contract sale of property near 322 West Main Street to Bostic North Mississippi Rentals, LLC.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion by Chad Mims and a second by Nettie Davis. Neil?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. This is a contract of purchase for the city to sell a area that we have carved out at 322 West Main Street. It's near the corner of Green Street and Main Street. Dr. Bostic owns the piece of property that we all know as Dr. Dickerson's office. So what we would like to ask is that we sell this, trying to pull up the purchase price. I may not have it here in front of me. $97,500, which is the difference between the two appraisals.
Any questions of Neil? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 26. I have a motion to approve an ordinance to enact a water rate increase.
Move to approve this ordinance to enact.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Nettie Davis. Johnny?
Yes, Council, like I spoke to you yesterday, the water light part, we're requesting a 5.8% increase. This increase has actually got two parts to it. The first being the Northeast Mississippi Water District. They last month approved a 3-cent increase in the wholesale rate. That's who we purchase our water from. We did a rate study here the last couple of months of the water sewer department, and we've come up and recommended 5%. So I'm asking for a 5.8% increase in the water sewer rates.
Any questions of Johnny?
Yes, I asked this yesterday, Johnny. The average increase per family is?
Yeah, will be $13 and some change. $13.
But that's not the increase, that's the
total
It
amount.
went from 12 to 13.
Yeah, that's not the increase, but it went from that.
But that's what we call a minimum deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
$1.25 a month,
Yeah.
basically.
$1.46 to be exact.
Okay.
Thank
Any
you.
questions of Johnny? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 27. Have a motion to approve a sole source vendor for the purchase of a SCADA system supplies from Power Connections Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Chad Mims and a second by Janet Gaston. Johnny?
Yes, this is a SCADA system that we use all across the city to control the power substations in the city. This equipment here, Schweitzer Relay, will be in the new substation that we're proposing for North Green Street, and that way it will interconnect all of the power stations back to our office by laptop or a master computer at the office. This is a sole source. There's no other relay system that interconnects into Schweitzer, so we'll have to stick with the Schweitzer system.
Any questions of Johnny? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 28. Have a motion to approve a resolution approving the Pontotoc Union Lee water and sewer rates effective December 1, 2022, and authorizing Tupelo Water and Light to negotiate renewal of water and sewer services and operations agreement.
I move that we approve this resolution.
Second.
I got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Nettie Davis. Johnny?
Yes, we've had Toyota under a rate structure for the last 15 years, actually incentive to bring them into Tupelo. This rate, of course, was discontinued here in October the 1st. So what we're requesting of you is to implement this new rate structure and make it effective as of December the 1st.
Any questions of Johnny? All in favor? Motion carries. Have a motion to approve of a resolution authorizing Tupelo Water and Light to petition the Public Service Commission to raise water and sewer rates for Bluebird Utilities to pass on the Northeast Mississippi Regional Water Supply District increase and conform Bluebird Utilities to water and sewer rates paid by inside and outside city customers.
I move that we would approve the resolution.
Second.
Got a motion by Nettie Davis and a second by Janet Gaston. Johnny?
Yes, we purchased, in 2008, we purchased Bluebird Utilities, which is actually the system below South Tupelo, below Verona, which you know is Hunter Douglas, General Atomics, Hickory Springs, MTD, and we bought that from CDF. In this increase that we're asking for, we've got to submit to the Public Service Commission to implement these rates. And I just, being you want anything you want to add to that?
It's just two different asks that we will ask the Public Service Commission. One will be that anytime that our wholesale rate goes up through the water district, that we would ask for that to be just passed on so that we don't scale that down there. But on the other increase would be to conform those rates because they hadn't changed since 2008 or 2009, right. and it's gotten kind of out of kilter with everybody else's rate, and so, but it was written into that agreement and the order of the Public Service Commission that we had to keep it the same unless we came back before them for a public hearing, and we're going to do that.
And that is just for the industrial park or the businesses, right? That's not for the residents?
That's correct. That's my Bluebird Utilities. We just kept that name.
Okay. All right.
Any questions of Johnny? All in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Item 30. I have a motion to approve an ordinance amending the, first of all right, never mind. I have a motion to approve an ordinance amending the development code by amending certain subsections of section 5.1 Belvedere Neighborhood Conservation Overlay District, TA 22-03.25. This motion is on the table and has to be removed. Do I have a motion to remove it from the table?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Janet Gaston. All in favor of removing it off the table, raise your hand. The motion is now off the table. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the ordinance?
I move that we would approve the ordinance of Belvedere Neighborhood Conservation Overlay.
I got a motion by Nettie Davis and a second by Chad Mills. Tanner?
Mr. President, this is the last, this is the final of our kind of comprehensive update to our overlay design overlay districts. This is the Belvedere neighborhood guidelines that they put forward from the Neighborhood Association, and just ask that the council approve the guidelines as are submitted here tonight. This will result in the overlay committee consisting of 7 members, and any appeals from the Belvedere Design Review Committee will go to Planning Committee, and any appeals from there will come to City Council for final approval.
Any questions of Tanner?
This is the last motion and last item, which I'm glad we finally voted to take it off the table, so I hope that we will approve this, since this is the last motion for the year 2022.
All in favor? Motion carries. I'm going to make a point of privilege as the president of the council, and I neglected, over the holidays, keep Judy Beard and Travis in your prayers. She's still sick, and she's on the mend, but she's got a long way to go, so y'all keep them in your prayers.
Amen.
All right, this time we're going to go to the study agenda where we have nothing. Mr. Logan, do we need to determine a need for executive session?
In the spirit of Christmas, we do not need an executive session.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Peace to all. No pending litigation.
Get that man a burger. No executive session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Buddy Palmer and a second by Chad Mills. All in favor? Motion carries. Council's adjourned.